My name is Kehkasha. I am the founder president of Green Hope Foundation, and our project is called Breaking Barriers, Building Dreams, a youth wake up call to combat COVID 19. COVID 19 severely impacted the residents of a rural community of 108 families in Bangladesh, where our project is based. The village's only school had been shut down. It had no electricity or health center. There was a complete lack of knowledge and resources to combat COVID 19 and other diseases. Most of its adults became unemployed. Extreme poverty and a very bad health situation threatened the survival of many of the residents. Our project's mission was to break these barriers of poverty and empower the youth to live their dreams by empowering them to combat some of the COVID 19 impacts. We trained a group of 20 youth, 50% of them girls, on hygiene and sanitation. These trained ambassadors installed 10 hand washing stations equipped with soap bars throughout the village where the residents could wash and sanitize themselves. This group of ambassadors regularly visited each house, distributing 2 sets of washable cloth masks, explaining the benefits of washing, the need for social distancing and proper hygiene to combat COVID 19. We now provide a monthly supply of masks and soaps to the village. We installed a solar powered computer terminal with hotspot at the school and provided basic computer skills training to the youth ambassadors first, who then transferred this knowledge to the other children in the village. This computer terminal running on solar power is now used to book vaccine appointments. The solar grid installed at the school is sized suitably to allow for adding multiple computers and a projector as part of the scale up that are now used to provide remote learning to the children of the village. Our project thus benefited 313 people as part of the COVID 19 protection program, which is the entire population of the village, and the education program benefited the 141 children and youth who resided in that village. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me to join and celebrate the remarkable achievements of the global youth mobilization over the last 2 years. It is always a pleasure for me to engage with you, and I wish that I could do more to support your incredible movement. I congratulate all those that worked hard to make this youth-led movement a success. It is a pleasure to reflect on one of the projects presented by Kekasha Basu from the Green Hope Foundation entitled Breaking Barriers, Building Dreams, a youth wake-up call to combat COVID-19. First of all, bravo to you, Kekasha, and team for developing this truly essential project to break the barriers of poverty. What I found particularly impressive was the practicality of the solutions, with the clear focus on basic needs and education with limited resources, and your focus on the sustainability of these solutions. Mask wearing, hand washing are the first line of defense against the spread of illnesses, and finding ways to provide these tools to the community is truly admirable. This is not only helpful for COVID-19. Cleaning your hands helps prevent you from catching germs and from spreading them too, especially to others who may be more susceptible to illness. I'm really impressed with the idea that you trained and created youth ambassadors. Youth ambassadors represent the voices of young people. They work together to tackle barriers within their communities and empower other young people. All community-based initiatives have the common objective of achieving health for all through health and development interventions. Remember, outbreaks begin and end in communities, and communities can also prevent outbreaks from beginning in the first place. The World Health Organization leads and champions global efforts to achieve better health for all. By connecting countries, people, and partners, we strive to give everyone everywhere an equal chance at a safe and healthy life. More than ever, the world needs the ideas, the energy, and the leadership of young people to build a healthier, safer, and fairer future for all. As I say often, everyone is a leader. All of you involved in the global youth mobilization are clearly demonstrating this. Congratulations again.
Hello everyone, I am Sadia Jafrin.
And this is Sumaya Khan.
We are leading the scale up of our project WOW. Wheels of Wisdom is one of the 3 winners of the 15th Public Library Innovation Award supported by Bill and Melinda Gates Global Libraries Program. We are addressing the impact of education, disruption, and employability of young people and our local communities by providing 16,000 children in rural and low-income communities across 16 communities in Dhaka, Joshua, Borishal, and Moymonsin by providing with 12,000 books through our mobile libraries van to develop their reading habits, to enhance their reading skills, and on average 10 hours of internet access each to join their online classes. This intervention will reduce the learning gap and digital divide that exists between children in urban and rural settings and contributing to ensure quality education.
As a part of our sustainability plan, we partnered with Bangladesh's largest youth organization, BYS in Borishal. They are operating the van library in Borishal Bihari migrant community. Through them, we are meeting with lots of potential donors as well. We have applied for the Queen's Commonwealth Trust Asia Pacific Youth Venture Grant, for which we were shortlisted for due diligence. We have completed our due diligence and organizational assessment. Now we are awaiting for the final approval of the grant for the next 2 years. Our main objective with WOW is to protect the learning rights of the underprivileged children and build their interest to go back to school post-pandemic, leaving no one behind. People from lower income communities may have smartphones, but they can't afford the cost of regular or lengthy internet use. They do not need a revolutionary technology to continue their learning. They just need an easy and accessible tool, and that's what we are providing with WOW. A skilled librarian, books and ebooks, and an internet hotspot for children to go online and study. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me with you at the Global Youth Mobilization event. And let me start by congratulating, my warmest congratulations to Sadia and Sumaya for being selected as one of the winners of the Public Library Innovations Award funded by the Gates Foundation. And I think the name of your project, WOW, Wheels of Wisdom, is such powerful one. You can visualize it, you can see it, and you know what? It's concrete and it's there. And I'm very inspired by you as young, motivated, bright, passionate young women who have decided to change the world, starting at local level, finding local solutions, because that's how all great global movements start. A couple of people, strong young women at the local level that knows what needs to be done. And I hope that you will continue to expand and grow and set an example for the rest of the world. You know, the future is in the hand of the youth, and at Education Cannot Wait, youth are around this decision-making table. We are driven by them, their needs and their solutions. And I think with the Transforming Education Summit at the United Nations, last year, and the youth declaration that came out, I think you are just right on track. 2 strong women with the local communities coming up with a great solution and winning an award for it. I'm very proud, very inspired by you. And my advice is, if I had to give an advice, I think you can advise me even better, is keep going, be unstoppable, and know that you are invincible and you're strong, and just keep going and never, ever, ever give up. Congratulations. Well done. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ana Mejia. I'm volunteer of the Ecuadorian Red Cross, and I'm based in Quito, Ecuador. During the pandemic, one of the main groups affected were adolescents. According to a report of UNICEF, 1 out of 2 adolescents did not feel motivated for their daily activities, and 31% of boys and 47% of girls felt pessimistic about their future. We identified that COVID-19 pandemic has left consequences on the social, emotional, and behavioral areas of adolescents in 2 provinces of Ecuador, Pichincha and Loja. I'm leader of 2DILO project, one of the winners of IFRC Limitless Innovation Academy. We designed the 2DILO toolbox that focus on the empowerment of adolescents of their mental health. It promotes cooperation, autonomy, and peer support in a safe space. One of our main innovations is that we use immersive gamification on our design, our concept, and our methodology, and it helps us to promote a fun space in which adolescents can learn about emotional regulation, self-knowledge, and coping, and they can gain all the skills and start talking about mental health in a really easy way and in an open space. During the implementation of our initiative, we have reached around 430 adolescents in 2 cities of Ecuador, and we expect to reach more in the next couple of months because we still are in the final stage of the implementation. We have learned a lot on this journey, and we have so much amazing experiences with adolescents, getting to know all of their things, all of the things that they value, and how can we better support them. Also, we realized that the project has an incredible impact, not only in our target population, but in ourselves. And we realized that we, as young change makers, can make a significant contribution within our communities. We believe that it's important to have these spaces for youth, to help youth gain all the confidence and break all inner barriers, and to let them transform amazing ideas into powerful innovations. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Charlotte Janice. I am part of the National Board at the Danish Red Cross Youth. I'm very happy to be here today and happy for the opportunity to comment on this wonderful project. I think you did very well in tackling this issue of mental health struggles among youth. You even tackled it during the COVID pandemic, which not only highlighted the issue, but also made it significantly worse. I'm impressed by the reach of your toolbox and the resources that you managed to disseminate to more than 1,900 youth who would otherwise not have had this access to mental health resources. I find it very innovative how you use gamification as part of your solution. It also shows me that you are not afraid to address these issues. And I think sometimes for us as volunteers, we are too afraid to even begin to tackle it because of all the stigma surrounding mental health issues. And sometimes we believe that we cannot be part of the solution if we are not experts in mental health and psychosocial support. But you show us that these assumptions are not true. And you even highlight to us why it's very important that young people are at the forefront of creating solutions to address mental health issues amongst their peers. So I will be very curious to follow your project for the next, hopefully, years to come. And I'm excited to see how you manage to engage the change makers in accessing even more communities in Ecuador. I think the fact that the volunteers experience changes within themselves shows me that you really have them on board as being part of the overall positive change that is needed. So I hope to see your project scaled up. I'll be looking forward to an English version of the cards, and best of luck from me.
So, hello everyone, my name is Narindra. I am a member of Panazava at Madagascar, and I led our national project these past 2 years. Through global youth mobilization, we have run a project on menstrual hygiene management for the past 2 years, and our main objective was to bring our contribution in ending menstruation poverty by reaching girls and young women in 8 regions and having the help of more than 150 leaders implementing it. Because we all know that period didn't stop during the pandemic. So through the different activities that we did these past 2 years, we have managed to impact the life of a lot of people. So we have managed to train our 2,000 members that include boys and girls, so guides and scouts. We have also trained 263 leaders, and they have been supporting us in the implementation of the program in all of the 8 regions that we have targeted. We trained advocacy champions as well, and they have been working at the local level since then, since 2021. We have made the challenge to distribute 1,000 pads, and we did it. More than 1,000 kits were distributed in all the regions and more. Kits are composed by 4 reusable pads and 2 bags for clean and dirty pads. Through all that, one of the best unexpected results we had is that we have been able to impact the lives of underrepresented groups like girls with disabilities, orphans, people in like very remote area, victim of violences and natural disasters, women in prison, and more. And apart from that, we have managed to impact the lives of 8,000 more people in the community through trainings, different awareness raising, and different activities we did in the communities. We have to ensure the sustainability of the project, but also of the products. We have created 3 units of pad productions in 3 different regions, and our members are now working toward income generating revenue that will support the association in the long term. To conclude, we want to bring contribution to end menstruation poverty. And here we are, 2 years later. We have equipped our members, but also the communities with knowledge, capacities, and product that they will use, that they really need, and also knowledge and information that they will pass through different generations. In all the process, we have seen how people come from really shy to become really like free to talk about menstruation and especially bring impact into the communities. What we did might be really small, but big changes start with small changes. And we know that what we did already changed the life of so many girls and young women in Madagascar. We couldn't have done all of this without our biggest support. So to wrap this up, I would like to say big thank you to Global Youth Mobilization and WACS. Thank you.
My name is Rita Muyambo. I work at UN Women offices in New York. I also manage the engagement of adolescents and youth in the organization. Nahindra, Nahindra, Nahindra. I have goosebumps just listening to what you're doing with your project in your community. It takes me back to when I was your age, to when I started my period, and to when I could openly speak about periods. Your project touched on all those issues and I struggled with as a teenager. Your project goes on further than just information, and it captures the true essence of meaningful and effective participation, engagement, and empowerment of girls. The aspect of entrepreneurship is extremely critical for girls. It contributes to confidence, building of character, to addressing issues of gender violence against girls when it comes to bodily autonomy. So well done. It also raises awareness of the importance of addressing issues of period poverty by creating dialogue amongst generations, across genders in an intersectional way. Congratulations for that. So keep doing what you're doing. Your project in your community is not small. Your impact is not small. The legacy of your project is the legacy of your community. Congratulations once again, Nahindra.